Ranked is a competitive mode where anyone can participate, but is it worth playing? I'll be doing a couple tests and even analyzing a ranked match to see if you should play ranked, or just skip out. I will give the pros and cons of ranked at the end of the video as well, but before we hop into the video, let me thank you for clicking on this video and tell you that I just released my first video on my second channel about how to plan your dream gaming setup. It is in the top right hand corner if you want to watch it. Anyway, while I analyze this ranked match, I will count how many fights I run into and how long the match takes. I landed at my normal spot and looted up, and when I went to go down the zip line, I ran into my first fight. After that easy kill, I continued to loot up, and when I went back up the zipline, I ran into another fight. I was caught off guard because I was in the menu, so I ran away and made my way around the mountain, and when I was running, he came back for round number 2. After that close fight, I made my way to the forecast tower and secured it. Since there was a player with medallion at Lavish Lair, I wanted to go fight him. During the fight, a lot of people showed up, so I decided to leave. And then right when the storm was coming, I ran into a player and started rotating. Somehow my shockwave glitched, and Pizza is just horrible white heals. At least I ranked up. So, over 20 minutes and 13 seconds of playing ranked, I ran into 5 fights. That's about 4 fights every 5 minutes, and each of those fights were probably about 1 minute. As a comparison, I got 18 fights just playing 12 minutes of creative, which is more than quadruple the amount of fights you would have in a ranked game. Now let's go over the pros and cons of ranked. First, let's talk about the pros of playing ranked. The best benefit about ranked is that you can play against players your skill level. Playing against opponents near your skill level is very beneficial to do. In creative, you can play against people of any skill level, which can be annoying. If you play against a noob level person, it won't be good. You won't gain anything from fighting him, and playing against bad players also develops bad habits. And if you play against extremely good players, you also won't gain anything. If they're so good you don't even know how they're killing you, then you won't really gain anything from fighting them, because you can't even fight back. Ranked is the only guaranteed way to find people your skill level to fight against. Playing against people your skill level is very beneficial. You can fight people for longer and actually get good practice since they're just as good as you. This also makes the game more fun because it won't be too easy or too hard. The next benefit of playing ranked is that you can get used to a drop spot. If you want to do well in tournaments, you need to know the drop spot you go to and how to fight people there. This is only done in ranked because you won't get good fights in map knowledge and creative. This is only done in ranked because you will get good fights in map knowledge. In creative, you cannot practice fighting in a real map situation, so knowing your drop spot will be the difference between qualifying and not qualifying in a tournament. Earlier in the match, if I didn't know my drop spot, I probably would have died. You can learn your drop spot by exploring everywhere around your spot and looking for all the possible loot. The next advantage of playing ranked games is third parties. I know third parties doesn't sound like an advantage, but in competitive game modes, there will always be third parties. In creative, there aren't usually third parties because people mainly play 1v1s and 2v2s to practice. So you don't get the same feeling of third parties. In ranked, third parties can help you develop game sense so you can fight better. It will help you be aware of your opponents and where they are, and if more opponents are coming to fight you. The next advantage is learning endgames. Ranked endgames will prepare you for tournaments in a way creative can't. The feeling of having something on the line while fighting for the victory royale is completely different than playing zone wars in creative. It will teach you many things. You will learn how to get refreshes in the endgame. You will also learn how to conserve your mats, take height, rotate to the next circle, tarp, and many other things. If you fumble the endgame in a cash cup finals, then the rest of your match will have been for nothing, so play ranked to learn how to play the endgame. Now let's talk about the cons of ranked. The first con is the lack of fighting practice. There are many more fights in creative than in ranked. In ranked, you will get minimal fighting practice, and in creative, you can constantly fight and keep practicing. In ranked, you just play out the whole match, and it is hard to take fights because you risk losing rank. On the other hand, constantly fighting in creative allows you to fix mistakes quicker and learn from your opponents. The next con of ranked is that you can't pick what you want to practice. In creative, you can pick anything you want at any time. This allows you to learn many different things you can't learn in ranked. It's like playing sports. If you just play competitive games against other teams, you'll have realistic but not effective practice. But if you spend time practicing things like fundamentals, you'll be able to use them in the actual game. It's the same thing in Fortnite. If you only play ranked, you will lack certain skills obtained from constant fighting. Another con of ranked is the pressure you get from playing it. When you play ranked, you are under pressure to place high so you don't rank down. This leads people to camp a lot in ranked and not take any fights. It will hinder your improvement because you aren't fighting and you're just camping. When you're under pressure, you will play a lot worse than if you weren't under pressure. And when playing creative, you can feel more free to make mistakes and make risky plays because you aren't under pressure to survive the whole time. Another con of ranked is that it's not fun. Since you're playing for something in ranked, you can't enjoy as much as creative and normal battle royale. Ranked is a competitive mode in which many people are trying really hard, and when they fail, they get mad at themselves. What is the point of playing a game if you are having fun or making a living off of it? Also, you can't play ranked with your friends who are a different skill level than you, which is a thing I don't like about ranked, but that's kind of the point of ranked. If you play ranked too much, you will also get burnt out, which will make you want to stop playing Fortnite. So is ranked worth playing? It is, but mainly play creative to practice and just use ranked to learn the map and weapons. If you want to win more fights, click the video in the middle of the screen. Jesus loves you, and I hope you have an awesome day.